and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to Dancy Field for your first ever round 2 playoff game for your Flora Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen, this group of young men are not only young men, they are not only great football players, they are amazing young men. And we seen that last week when we did the interviews with these guys. All of them talked about the family aspect that they have. All of them talked about being there and having each other's backs. So that's what you guys are here for today. You guys are the 12th man. You guys showed up big last week for the first ever playoff win in Flora Wolves, Flora school history. This is a big day, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that has never happened in the history of Flora, Illinois ever before. Today is a first of firsts. You are witnessing these young men who are writing the history books as they wake up and they go to bed and they go to practice every day. They are doing something that no other Flora alumni has ever done in the history of our community and our school. So let's get pumped up, let's get ready, let's get our attention focused to just push these guys on. When I say Flora, you say Wolves. Flora! Flora! This is absolutely awful. You want to know why Flora never made it to the second round? Because of attitudes and effort like that. These boys are going to give their lives out on that line today. They're going to give everything that they got, every last drop of sweat. So let's do that for them today. When I say Flora, you say Wolves. Flora! Flora! Hey, you guys in the back by the ham and beans, back there by the hot dogs, we need you to get up. We need you to get loud. When we say Flora, you say Wolves. Flora! Flora! When we say orange, you say blue. Orange! Orange! All right, Timmy Sharp, this one's for you. And when we say Wolves, you say Woo! Wolves! Man, all right, let's get started. Our first guest today, I'm up here with my good friends Marty Hustad, Andrew Wicke. Sorry, you stole my wolf head last week, so I owed it to you. But we got Andrew Wicke up here. Our first guest is going to be offensive coordinator, the legend, Scott Warren.
Coach Warren, what is the best Mexican restaurant in Flora, Illinois?
Both of them.
That's a good answer. I like that answer. All right.
All right. Hey, Scott, man, thanks for joining us up here today. We had Thane on here last week, and, Marty said, hey, we should get Scott up there. I said, well, we can't bring Scott up unless he gives longer answers than Thane did last week, and I think you're up for the challenge. But, Scott, I just want to bring up, we talked about last week, all the players that came up, Coach Tackett, they talked about just how close this team is, like the close-knit, the family aspect of it, how they have each other's backs. I mean, I just want to ask you up here today to get started on these questions. How special are these boys? You've been with Flora Athletics for a really long time. What is different about the makeup of these young men that is allowing them to have the success, and this coaching squad, allowing them to have the success that they're having this year?
Well, first off, they're really athletic. They're a really athletic group, but off the field and in the weight room especially, they're good kids, and they're very close to begin with. So as coaches, we don't have to push the family aspects. They do that on their own, especially with senior leadership, and that works both ways. When things are going well, they feed off each other, they celebrate each other's success. They get excited for each other. It's like a we over me mentality. But that's also, they're not scared to call each other out. If someone's not doing what they should, if someone's not going low enough on a squad in the weight room, they're going to call each other out. And everyone's thick skin. Everyone knows that if they do get called out by a teammate, they're going to do what they can to be the best teammate they can, and everyone feeds off that.
Coach, so Marty has some text here from Coach Carmody over in Olney. He asked some questions. Question one, you guys are in new territory where you've won the first playoff game in school history and accomplished something that has not been done in a long time as far as wins go. How do you keep your guys grounded and focused on the task at hand this week, knowing that the job's not done yet?
It's not the same, but it's similar to like a homecoming week where these guys are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. You want them to experience and have fun and enjoy all this. We want them to be out here and enjoy this great tailgate. A lot of messages and compliments all week. They deserve that. But at the end of the day, we have a job to do at 2 o'clock, and enjoy all the success that we've had, but there's still more to accomplish. And keep that in mind and stay focused. At 2 o'clock on the field, all the hoopla, so to say, is over, and we have a job to do.
Man, that's awesome. Scott, you know, we played an amazing Nashville Hornets team last week. We had a game plan. We went in. You guys executed that game plan. It seemed like you really shut down their passing game. I mean, we had Dugan at the end of the game that really shut down their passing game to kind of seal the game there at the end. So what I want to ask is what needs to happen today for us to be successful in each phase of the game, whether that be offense, defense, and special teams. We know that you have to come together and play together. But what really needs to happen on all phases of the game to come out on the winning side of this game against the Pana Panthers?
Well, Coach Flood's done a great job this year with special teams, and we expect the same. Those guys, especially, there's a ton of kids that come to mind, but like Gentry Spicer, Andrew Wilson, those guys have done such a great job on special teams. We cannot, Pana is really fast and they're really athletic, and we can't give up big plays on special teams, and it would really help the offense if maybe we could have one or two really big plays on special teams. Defensively, Pana scores a lot. Honestly, you're not going to shut them out, just being realistic, and the kids know that. Their football IQ is very high. We have to slow them down again. They love to feed off big plays. We have to shut down or slow down the big plays. And offensively, we don't want to give much away, but we're pretty confident in a couple things that we have planned today. And we got to stick with the game plan. If it doesn't work early, continue to stick with it. And again, don't want to give a lot away, but Payne is a very good team, but offensively, we're pretty confident in a couple things that we have planned today.
What kind of impact has all this community support you guys have been getting this week mean to you and the boys? Obviously, Coach Tackett said yesterday you couldn't get any more free meals if you tried. Yesterday at the pep rally, I think 90% of the student body was clapping and up and about, and they were singing the song. How's it been going through this week with all the support you got?
Yeah, it's been incredible, and the kids have, they've earned this. So again, like I said earlier, we want them to enjoy it. We went to the elementary school. I think my ears were ringing for about 2 hours, but it was great. Those kids absolutely lost their minds when the football players and cheerleaders walked in. It's just about 20 minutes ago. We had about 20 parents come in with more food to feed a small nation. I don't know when this ride ends, hopefully the day after Thanksgiving, we're all going to have to go on a diet, but it's been awesome. Last week, the 12th man, I have, like every year for the last 30-some years, I went to playoff games. I've never seen in a high school game visiting team have to use a timeout and have a false start because of the home crowd. Just unbelievable. And we expect more of the same today. It was just great. And again, when things are good and when things are bad, both times this community continues to show how awesome it is to live in a small town. And we appreciate it. It's awesome.
Coach, just one more thing. As Wiki said, talked to Coach Carmody for quite a while. We talked a little bit about football and how good this team has been. But we talked a lot about you and Coach Tackett, and it quickly turned away from football and talked more about the mentorship and the impact you're having on these young guys. I I'd be remiss, and he probably wouldn't be very happy with me if I didn't read part of the quote that he sent me not too long ago. Both Brian and Scott are incredible coaches and leaders of young men. Proud of all the things they have accomplished, not just this season, but in all their time there, and proud of the team and their historic run this season. We live in a time when it's extremely difficult to find people who are willing to put the time, effort, and focus, and are willing to pour themselves into our youth and community for all the right reasons. They do all those things for the right reasons because they care about the kids first and foremost. They care about the community. They care about the program and how all of those are represented to people outside of Flora. I know the majority of people there appreciate what those guys are doing, and I hope that if there are people who don't, they realize this season has helped them realize what they have in those guys and in the program. The wins are awesome, but the coaches and the players there are winning in ways that go far beyond that and oftentimes go unnoticed and that aren't necessarily reflected in 9-1 record, but on a deeper level that isn't in the spotlight as much. Get after those guys today and show them what Flora Wolves football is all about. Coach Carmody. I think that really embodies what you, Brian, and the rest of the coaches are doing. True molders of men, making a huge impact. They might not even realize it till long after they've graduated.
I really appreciate that, and I talked to Luke during the season, and he's done a great job at Olney. He's a great football guy, great offensive mind. I sometimes have ideas and bounce things off him, and he's going to be honest with me, and I'm thick-skinned. That's fine. If he doesn't like something, that's what I want him to tell me. And me and Coach Tack has done this a long time, maybe longer than some people want, but yeah, now that I'm older and my kids are growing up and our youngest is a junior and I'm now a grandfather, it's been awesome the last couple of weeks from former players. I got so many phone calls and messages, and it is awesome to win, but it's awesome to see those guys grow up and become husbands and fathers. That's what it's all about. I mean, and one last thing I want to say, I appreciate all this from everyone that put this together. The football field is yellow now. It's not dead. It goes dormant during playoff football. That's what we've been dreaming of. The leaves are not green. They're turning to. It's the second round. At night practices in left field. Sometimes some of the kids may have been in left field mentally, but we were literally in left field on the baseball field. It's been a great week, and this is awesome. Let's keep it going. I don't want to...
Scott, we just thank you for coming up here and doing this interview. You, Coach Tackett, Glassford, all you coaches out there, Flood, and every single one of you. You know, I told Becky yesterday, we was talking about it, and I said, you know, a lot of people can get up and teach the fundamentals of a sport, right? That can teach football, they can teach basketball, they can teach volleyball, or whatever that is. There's a lot of people that know a lot about a lot of sports, but it takes certain people that can truly coach. Because what coaching truly is understanding that you have young men and young women, especially at the high school stage and junior high stage. You've got these young people that are molding into who they're going to become later in life, and you've got to make it more about who they're going to become than what the sport actually entails. And that's why sports is so important. And we just want to say as a community, thank you to all of you guys for just what you pour into these young men, for what you pour into them, that you put their character first. You see that when they come up here and they interview with everybody. You see that's been instilled. I mean, their parents have a part in that, but you guys have a very big part in that. I mean, in some cases, these kids are around you coaches more than they are their parents. So just heartfelt thank you to you guys for everything that you do, and it's seen and it's appreciated. Thank you, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Warren. All right, we're going to do something a little different. We don't got the players for as long this time, so what we want to do is we just want to call up all of the captains of the football team all at the same time. So if we could get all of the Flora High School Wolf captains up here on stage, and we'll talk to you guys.
What'd you step? What'd you step?
Who we got up here?
Ahart's lost.
Ahart's lost in
I found him.
translation.
He's right there.
Here he's coming.
He's right there.
He's coming. Got the walk of a first-round playoff winner coming up to the stage.
Here,
Scroggins,
I'll
don't
take my
knock
seat.
me
Go
off
ahead.
the thing
You
this
guys
time,
got a
buddy.
game today. I can stand. No, yeah. Go ahead.
No,
Go
we've
ahead.
got more chairs, or you can stand up, right? You guys can stand up. We've got more chairs right here. Yeah.
Just for the people that don't know, everyone go ahead and
Introduce yourself and
yourselves.
what position you guys play for those people that may not know. Yeah, what position?
I'm Peyton Scroggins. I play left guard and defensive tackle.
I'm Andrew Hartman. I play right guard and middle linebacker.
I'm Florent Massey, and I play running back and linebacker. I'm Delaney Bullard, and I play DN tight end.
And I'm Andrew Wicki. So
And he plays nice shoots.
you four versus a gorilla, who's gonna win?
I think we got it.
Like all four of them at the same time, or out of the four of them, who could beat a gorilla?
All four of them at the same time versus a gorilla.
Me and Bug will just be the distraction, and then just send Ahart and Scroggins on them.
Guys, man, I just want to say congratulations on the win. What an amazing job you guys did out there last week. You guys have literally wrote your names in the history books of Flora, Illinois and Flora High School. How does that make you guys feel? What does that mean for you guys?
It's an honor having the ability to be the first team to do this and lead the way for the other teams that follow us. The goal is going to be to win a playoff game for everyone from now on. So. It's kind of like a standard. Like we got to the playoffs, like in the recent seasons, and then we finally did it. And then it's just like you're there now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the monkeys off the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it feels amazing knowing that we're in the history books now, and I just want to keep going. I just wanna
Absolutely.
go all the way.
Yeah, I agree with Ahart. Not done yet.
Yeah, that's the kind of what I was going to lead into with that question. Are you guys satisfied? You guys ready to call it quits? Like, are you like, hey, we marked our names in the history books. No one's going to remember if we lose today, but I mean, you're in those books. What is it in you guys that's driving you to go against this Painted Panthers team and really just kind of, settle their roar down to a bunch of little meows?
Everyone's been doubting us since the start of the year, and we just want to prove that we're really that team. We can really do it. So we wanted to keep going and prove that we can. It's been nice over the week, the community around us, and then I just like everyone pitching in. It's been fun and just might as well last a couple more weeks.
I just want more time together, more meals together, and just play together.
Everybody knew about the 0-14 record in the playoffs and all that. Has it been easier to relax this week and just focus on what you boys are trying to do and listen to the coaches to be able to get going? Cormac, you said reference to monkey jumping off your back. Has it been easier to relax and just focus on the game, what you got going on this week?
I think it's been a lot easier knowing that we won that playoff game and that we can move forward to be better and have that win, another win, get another one. I think our team's just like less nervous this week. I think we're just like more focused and then not worried about the outcome. We'll just know we'll do our jobs.
I really think that we're all just really wanting to do it all now. Like, no one's scared of any other team now. We know we're good. We just don't want to. We just don't want to be humble. Just get humble.
Obviously, with you guys being captains of the football team, you guys are the leaders on and off the field. During practice this week, if anything, what did you guys have to do to keep people focused during stretching, just during the fundamentals of practice? What did you guys have to do to keep their minds on football and the goals ahead for today? We usually don't have to let our team lock in. They're usually locked in themselves, and if they do get riled up, we usually just calm them down and tell them, you're locked in for this play, and then you guys can goof off a little bit. But our team plays better when we're free. If our team's free, then we play a lot better. If we're too locked in, sometimes we're not what we should be. I felt this week at practice we're kind of like loose and having fun and just enjoying being around each other. And I thought it was good.
Guys, before we let you guys go, because I know you guys got a lot to do today, we want to talk to a few more people, but as captains of the team, as Wicki said, you guys are the leaders on and off the field. So is there anything that you guys think or feel that you need to share with the rest of the team today, or share with the 12th man, like a request that you have for them that would really just kind of help you, to have the keys to beat this Pana team? Like, is there something that you'd like to say to get everybody, on the team, just something to just instill in them as captains?
I think the fans just need to be loud. Get that 12th man on the field. Make them call a timeout. Make them fumble around and not be ready.
I just want to remind everybody that we're not finished yet.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, guys. Captains of the Florida Wolves football team right here. First ever first-round playoff winners.
Good luck, boys.
For the next group, can we get like Parker Helm, Gage Dugan, Keelan Crawford, just some of the offensive specialists, running back. We don't need Cormac. He's already been up here. But
Bring up Zane McKinney.
Zane McKinney. Just all you guys come up here as a group. Just come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Parker Helm and Gage Dugan. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for these boys. Guys, first off, great game last week. You guys said what your plan was going to be. You guys went out there and you executed it. Parker, I think you had 5 touchdowns, but and then you kicked 5 straight field goals, right? You went there and kicked that one field goal, I think, with a broken rib, it seemed like. But what do you think your guys' keys were in winning that Nashville game, and what do you think about that Nashville game can carry over into the keys of beating this Pana Panthers team?
I think it was just determination. We went down 21-7 at one point, and you looked at the sideline, and not a single person on the sideline was worried. We came out, we scored that one before half, we scored after half, we were right back in that game, and none of us gave up. It was just gritty fight the entire time. Everybody was almost excited to go back out there to get another score.
Dugan, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think it was just execution. We had a game plan. We knew what we had to go out there and do the second half and going into halftime, and we went out there and, we did it. And defense, got to go out there and, we told ourselves at halftime, you got to get stops, got to go out there and score the ball. And we got to execute that, and we went out there and executed it. So.
Not gonna lie, y'all had me freaking out up in the booth. I was kind of stressing, but y'all pulled it out, so it's all good.
You guys have a lot of TV time and almost as many high fives as Wolfie did this week. How you gonna be able to stay grounded, like we asked Coach Warren, stay focused on the game? How you gonna lock in when you head into the locker room here in just a few minutes?
It's kind of just the same as last week. It's good to get out here and kind of get your mind away from football, hang out with your teammates, kind of get free. Feel like getting that mindset. It's not like football. You kind of get away from it. But when you go in there, it's time's business. You got to go in there. You got to get ready. Get your stuff done. If you got a routine, get your routine going. So it's just kind of making sure that we have the right mentality when we step on the field. And this team doesn't have a problem with that. We usually always do. So.
Yeah, that's good. The community would like to bring all you guys together, the whole team up here in front of the stand, and have prayer over you guys. Would you guys be okay with that? Could we get the entire Florida Wolves football team to come up here in front of the Wabash booth, and we can get prayer over you? Thank you guys for coming up. safety.
Yeah,
and
come
all
on up,
that.
guys.
Come on up.
Parents. Yeah, if you guys want to come up here and pray with us over them. Yeah, it's on. God, just thank you for this beautiful day. God, thank you for this opportunity, for this team to just come together in this moment, this afternoon, and just to be able to play in the playoffs. God, thank you for this. Thank you for this community. God, this has just brought this community so much closer together and brought so much unity to Flora. And God, we thank you for this, and thank you for these boys, and thank you for their heart, and thank you for them living as a family and coming together. And God, just be with them today. God, give them first safety. God, just protect them, protect their bodies, protect their minds. God, be with them as a team, that they're coming together not just for this game, but God, that they're coming together for you, to glorify you. No matter God, just outcomes in life, God, that they come together for you. And God, just be with them. God, be with this community, that in the heat of the game today, that this community just represents who you are. And God, what you're doing in the lives of these boys and the lives of this people in this community. And God, we're blessed to be a part of this. And God, blessed to be a part of this team. And God, just be with the coaches. Give them protection. God, just calm their minds and souls today, and God, just bring the coaches even closer together than they have already. And that, God, that everything we do today is just to glorify you. And be with them, and God, we just love you and praise you. Amen. Get it.
4-year member of the cheer squad, we're going to call up Haley Wicki. Haley Wicki, please come on up. We'll ask you a few questions. We're going to call this episode Perspectives.
What color is it?
It's a white bag. It's tied to the fin.
So, also, you alumni that are walking around out there, if you've played for Florida Wolves football, just be prepared that you may get called up here to answer some questions with us.
Haley, what are your nicknames, plural?
Yeah, Haley asked, she's like, Josh, what are some questions you're going to ask? I'm like, man, you don't get no preparation. You just get to get up here and answer questions.
My friends like to call me Haley Wick. Andrew and Carson call me Hey.
Hi.
In case you guys don't know, Andrew and Haley are brother and sister. So let's go ahead and sit. Haley, we just wanted to bring you up. First and foremost, just to get your input on that. You've been on the sideline of these football games for the last 4 years of your high school career. You've been there for every win, every loss, all of those things. What is it like for you, from your perspective, getting this big win yesterday, this first playoff win that Florida's ever had? What does it mean to you to be a part of that cheer squad that's rooting this team on?
It means a lot because at the end of the game, we always get to be in those breaks. And at the end of the season, there's a lot of tears shed. And so knowing that the season wasn't over yet was really exciting.
Haley, you were real nervous the first time I talked to you. Or no, the first time I talked to you, you were real excited. The second time I talked to you, you were real nervous about possibly coming up here. One, how are you feeling now?
The initial nerves have went away. So I'm good.
Haley, obviously you've been a cheerleader for 4 years. You've been cheering since you were like 5 years old. What is your favorite Flora High School football cheerleader memory?
Oh, there's a lot of those. I really enjoyed beating Carmi sophomore year, I think. I think it was sophomore year. Oh, just kidding, freshman year. And then whenever we won against Sessor last year, that was a lot of fun. And then I always love the bonfire every year. I'm really sad it's over.
Who's your favorite brother?
No comment.
It's definitely Carson. You can tell by her face.
It's okay. You know, it's all right. It's all right. No big deal.
Haley, I swear I had a real good question I've been thinking about all week to ask you, and then my mind just completely went blank. Aside from that, thank you for all you ladies do. I know sometimes you're looked right over when people are watching the game, but it does not go around without you guys.
Absolutely. Haley, just thank you for everything that you do. What is a word of advice that you could give the football team to really help them get past this Pana Panthers team in the second round of this playoffs?
Whatever happens at the beginning, don't get defeated. If they end up with the first touchdown, you can't get defeated. You have to keep staying positive.
That's awesome. Haley Wicke, thank you so much for coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Wicke. Hey, Haley, before you go, grab the mic and call out the next cheerleader to come up here and interview with us.
Andy. The other OG, come on.
Andy Henson.
We're
Please
the only
come
two
on
OGs
up.
from freshman year.
The other OG. Hi, Andy. There's a step back here. Andrew will help you.
Watch your step.
All right, Andy, you're called the OG. Could you please explain to us what it means that you and Haley are the OGs?
Basically, we are the two OG freshmen from the 2022 season. That's basically it.
All right. What's your favorite part about cheering on this amazing football team? You've cheered for 4 years for the football team, right? You've had some amazing memories, I'm sure. What makes this year so special?
Definitely just the fact that we just won the first round of playoffs. Never would I have guessed that we would have been able to do that. I'm not undermining our team, but it's just surreal, you know? You don't think that you're gonna be on that first team, able to be that part of history, you know? And doing push-ups is also awesome. So
Yeah, I was going to say, how many push-ups do you think you've done this year?
this year, I think we've only done a little bit over 60, I think. But this
At one time, right?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Oh, at one time?
I'm talking total for the year. How many push-ups do you think you've
Yeah,
done?
only 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've been doing
Oh,
this,
that just started here in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Andy Henson, how does it feel to chew 5 gum?
Freaking awesome. Yeah.
Andy, how special was the big pep rally at the elementary school yesterday? Was that the loudest environment you've ever been in, with all the high fives and all the constant screaming? There was about 15 minutes of screaming for people that were not there.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so cute to see all those little kids get so excited to see people like us. Because I just think I'm a regular high schooler, and then all those kids are like, "Oh my gosh, yay!" and screaming. I could not hear myself talk. So it was so cute.
Does that really make you guys realize that, this goes outside of sports? It goes outside of football. It goes outside of cheerleading. That, in a community like ours, it makes it so special, but it's also a big deal that, like you said, you're just a high school kid.
Yeah.
You're just a high school kid that's cheering. But in this community, it just brings home that feeling that you truly do have that influence over this youth. So what's some advice that you would give to those young kids as they come up into high school?
Some advice I would give them is just have fun. And even if you're scared of it, even just give it a try still. Because I didn't originally want to chew. I was super nervous. And then I ended up doing it. It was easily one of the best decisions I've ever made. Because I've made so many friends, so many memories. It is definitely one of the best things that I've done.
Andy, with you being a 4-year member of the football cheerleading squad, Obviously, you're an OG. I asked Haley this too. What is your favorite memory of being a Flora football cheerleader?
Well, now my favorite memory is definitely winning playoffs, but before this was probably my freshman year whenever we beat Carmi at their place. That was just like the best feeling ever. I don't know. And no other game topped that until this year. So, yeah, that was my favorite.
You know, one thing that I noticed about the game that was great, the game was amazing. It was a hard-fought battle between two teams. But one thing that really caught my eye on social media throughout this week, and it's great that it was Gage, but there was this picture of him, hugging the guy from Painter, right? Number 3. What was his name? Absolutely amazing.
Kazuzik.
The freshman kid. What?
Kazuzik.
Kazuzik. Yeah, Kazuzik, man. Absolutely amazing player. But just seeing that embrace, and it didn't matter who it is, but just seeing the embrace of a Flora kid, and a Nashville Hornet kid after the game, just including that sportsmanship. What does that mean to you?
That just shows a lot of, respect for both sides. Even though the Gage did make, the game-winning play and everything, I just think that just shows so much respect and is humility the right one?
Yeah.
Humility.
Yeah.
I don't know, still being able to recognize that, he's a good player and he still has.
Do you feel that that's a trait that goes through your entire class and, the classes below you, like the junior, senior class? Do you feel like that's a trait that's apparent throughout you guys? Or, everybody gives your guys' generation a little bit of a hard time. Do you feel like that sportsmanship, that humbleness with the football team in general and the cheer squad, do you feel like you guys really tried to exhibit that as much as you can?
I mean, I know that we try to.
Yeah.
I think that we try to as hard as we can. Sometimes it's difficult, but I like to think that we do.
Awesome. I think you guys do very much so. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Henson. Let's hear it. Next up, Marty really wants to call up a special guest, but he's afraid to put it on the microphone, so I will. If we could call up Mr. Toby Pierce. I about called him the president of Flora High School, but he's the principal of Flora High School. Yeah, it's a surprise. Marty's just excited you guys let him blow that horn, so he wanted to call you up.
Mr. Pierce, principal of Flora High School. What is it meant for this school? I know you've had a couple pep rallies now. What's it meant for this school, the student body, you, all the staff, to finally be here in week 11, get that first playoff game out of the books, or on the books? How special has it been for the school, its community, everyone involved?
Well, it's been a remarkable playoff run here so far, but to be honest, the whole school year has been great. The morale, when you have a winning football team, winning program, picks everybody up. The teachers are excited. The kids are, of course, excited. They love having Friday afternoon pep rallies. But the biggest thing now is the whole community's coming together and providing opportunities like this, fun, entertainment. I mean, can't beat this on Saturday in November.
So what do you think is so special about this group? Like, what gives them that it factor that's allowed them to get over that hill that we've been fighting so hard to get over?
That's easy. It's their depth. I mean, we are good at every level. I've been here at Flora for almost 25 years, and we've had really good quarterbacks. We've had really good running backs, wide receivers, defenses, but I don't know if we've ever had it all at the same time. And this time, we've got it. We've got senior leadership. We've got a good balance of young and old, and we've just got athletes, and that showed out last week against Nashville.
Principal Pierce, what is your favorite cereal?
What is your favorite cereal?
Oh, man, I'm a Wheaties guy back from the 90s when the Michael Jordan poster came out, so I got to say Wheaties.
Still got the old boxes with Jordan still on them, because unless they have Jordan on the box, they're not really that good, I don't think.
I have some in my office. Yes, I do.
I'm more of a Lucky Charms guy, but I respect your opinion.
Mr. Pierce, obviously, I know you love all the kids that you get every year. Has it been a little more special with Pax being a junior, knowing all these kids since they've grown up? I talked to your wife one game on the sidelines, just getting to know these kids and building that relationship with them. She said, I said, can't handle this. She said, well, you feel about like every other mom out here on the stands right now. Has it been a little more special just with this group and knowing them since they've been young kids?
Oh yeah, I've been a part of watching them grow up, helping coach some teams, and it's been real hard to talk half the time. I mean, you just feel like a constant lump in your throat. You're so excited. When they won last week, Cormac, was so emotional. Then Paxton comes up, and I want to cry right now again thinking about it. And I guess I'm getting old, but as part of this group.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this so special with this community is, you've seen that emotion well up on your face. And, I've got a daughter who's a junior in high school as well, and I know most of these boys. I've watched them grow up, these girls and the cheer squad and stuff. And it is emotional, but I think that's truly what makes this so special is the buy-in that we've got from the families and the community to really just come in. It's not a show that everybody's putting on. It goes all the way down to JFL football or, Pee Wee basketball. The, Oil Belt Church Camp is packed when we have a Florida game there. It's just to see that, it don't matter where you go. When you go to an away game and your side is more orange and blue than the home side is, it's just really special. And I think that's a testament to all these guys here that are willing to come out here this morning and be a part of that. I think it's a testament to the administration that you guys have put in place and the coaching staff that you guys have put in place that, when we say that family aspect, it doesn't stop with the team. It goes with the entire community.
I'd like to say for myself, too, I played with these guys, so getting to watch them win the playoff game, I know them very well. I help in the summers in the weight room. It's just something really special to see. So even like someone young as myself, I felt a lot of emotion from it too.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I mean, you think about the things that the district has done and the JFL community and everything all the way around building it. I mean, this field house is new. We've got a strength trainer, athletic trainer. The times that Coach Tackett and the crew has put in, I mean, this didn't come without a lot of effort. We just don't have athletes, but it's all come together at the same time. And what I like about it is it's coming. We're going to be good for a while.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. And I think that's important for all of us to understand that it goes beyond the football field. To have this success, to have this written in the history books, it goes beyond just the football field. There's a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears that's put into this, whether it be the churches of the community coming together and feeding these boys or the restaurants of this community stepping up and giving them free food. I mean, it's a complete and total, community effort. And we just want to say thank you to you and your administration and everything that you do for our school system. Thank you for coming up here and having fun with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Toby Pierce. Up next, Marty has another special guest he would like to call up, and he would like to call up Coach Tackett's wife, Mindy Tackett. Are you out there, Mindy? Can you come up and answer some questions with us? He says that she's definitely around here, so does anyone know where Mindy is at? No? All right, in that case, we're gonna audible, and I know we've got some alumni running around out there today. Hold on. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen, Mindy Tackett. Says she doesn't like to talk. She's not as good as Brian, but no one's ever said Brian's good at talking, so we don't really know. No, that's not true. He's absolutely amazing. Mindy, thanks so much for coming up. It looks like she was making a bracelet. If you guys want to make a bracelet, it's back there underneath the tent there in the corner with the Pep Club. But, Mindy, we just want to bring you up here because, and Toby brought it up to the family aspect, the community aspect, that it goes beyond the field. I mean, being a coach's wife is probably not very easy. There's probably a lot of times where he's away, away from home, or even when he is home, he's probably not plugged in, especially during football season. Just kind of give us an insight as to what that is and how that is for you.
I have to tell myself I have a lot of patience during football season. You are right. Sometimes when he's at home, he is not really at home. He's still doing stuff for football. But my boys love it. It's like an extended family and brothers for them, so it's all worth it.
Mindy, I have an experience. Yours at working the midnight shift. It's not out of the ordinary to see Brian out here at 1 or 2 in the morning, whether it be mowing the baseball field in the dark or doing whatever he's doing in the locker room till 2, then going to the Coach's Corner interview at 7:30 in the morning. Obviously, if he's not doing that, he's at one of the boys' games in summertime. He's coaching Little League. He's running the scoreboard or doing the book at the high school or at Lynx game. Is there any way to just put it into perspective for people that don't know the true man hours that he is putting in and the staff he's putting in?
He does put in a lot of time. I actually made a comment to him the other day. I said, there's been a lot of times this year that I've went to sleep and you have not been home, and I have no idea what time he's come home. And there's a lot of times that I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell him this, so I'll have to text him just to keep him up on his kids so he knows what's going on or what we're supposed to be doing that next day. So there's a lot of, he is gone a lot, but he enjoys it, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and I think that brings up something very important, too. You know, a lot of people will see that and be like, you know, I don't know if I want to be a coach, or I don't know if I want to, you know, volunteer because, you know, I don't know if I have the time. You know, it takes a lot of time away from me, away from my family. But let's just talk a little bit about the blessing that comes from pouring into the youth of the community, just the blessing that comes from being a part of that. And I know that you get that, you know, whether, you know, as well. So just kind of explain to the people so they can see that for future that, you know, these guys aren't going to be able to coach forever. You know, this is a continuing force that continues to go on. And just how important it is that we pour into this youth, and then, you know, the blessing that comes out of that for us as well.
It is great being there for the youth, and I always feel like he is a great role model and being there for the kids and being involved with them. And it just, if the youth doesn't have someone to go to, then they can go to their coaches. And like I said, if he is overly busy, he just brings us and the whole family. We just follow him along. But yes, being there with the kids and having coaches that support them, it's a great thing that they do that.
All right, Marty's out of questions, Mindy. You're getting off easy today. But thank you guys so very much. Mindy Tackett, she's the blood behind. You know that if Coach Tackett's leading this team, she's leading Coach Tackett. So everybody just give it up for her. We all know that that's how that is. You know, we've got a special game today. This is the very first second playoff game we've ever had. Round 2 playoff game. It's the very first one we've ever been a part of. It's the very first one we've ever had here at Flora, Illinois. It's a big deal. We've got a lot of alumni running around outside there. So we would like to bring up some of the alumni to kind of talk about their past experience and also to give like words of encouragement to the team. I don't know if they can hear that, but if there's anybody out there that's been running around, that's played football for Flora, that's been a part of them other playoff teams in the past, you know, we'd like to call you up and get you a part of that.
You're looking at one.
Well, we've got, yeah, that's right. And we've got Andrew Wicki right here, which I do want to take time out to just say, how many of you, raise your hand if you were at the game last week. Yeah, give a woo. Let's give a woo if you were at the game last week. How awesome and amazing was the announcer last week at the football game? Can we give it up for that? And just in case you didn't know who it was, that announcer last week was none other than our very own Andrew Wicki. And I just want to say, as somebody who's done that before, that's a hard task to do. That's a hard task to do for just a normal game, more or less the exciting game of, you know, your playoff game, the first playoff win. That's an absolutely amazing thing that you did. And I just want to say, brother, that you have a future in that because you did an absolutely amazing job, and we're absolutely very proud of you for that.
Well, I appreciate that. I really enjoy announcing the games, so it was a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
What do you think, Andrew? You're going to get put in the answer seat now. What makes that so special? Like, to come from, you know, you grew up in this high school, right? You played football with these guys just a year or so ago, right? What does it mean to you to still be a part of that and be up there in that announcer's booth?
I mean, it's always special to have some sort of claim in a playoff win. I think obviously, as any alumni would be able to tell you that wasn't on that team, it would have been more special to play for, you know, the team that won the game. But to just be a part of that team in any capacity, and as someone who wants a future to like coach, to see, just to be a part of the first Flora playoff victory in any capacity was a really neat thing. And, you know, I feel like I'm very homegrown. I love Flora. I know a lot of people can't say that, but like I grew up here. This is home. This is where my family is. I don't know. I just love it. I love Flora, and hopefully someday I can come back and help coach and help, you know, grow up other young men and grown men. That's really the goal. That's the hope.
Absolutely. My one question for you is, how do you avoid hot mics?
Always make sure your mic is shut off, and always think before you speak.
Have you ever had a hot mic moment that you were like, oh, right?
Yeah, a couple. Especially when I did the JFL games. There was a couple like, okay, I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should shut my mic off before I start talking again.
I actually had one this last year. I was watching the play, and you get excited because you're watching the play, and my kid's out there as well, and they're running down the sidelines, and you're kind of saying, we got to run on the outside, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, and he horse collars him on the side. And I got told that the refs were not very happy with my horse collar call.
Well, it was kind of funny last week, too, because it was the end of the game. It was that 4th and 4 where we got the stop, but then there was the pass interference. And my buddy Murray, he's up there, and if you guys know Murray, he gets a little excited sometimes. He has no finesse. It's all power. And so, I'm sitting up there, and I make the call for 4th and 4, and then we see the flag come out, and we see it's on us. And I turn the mic on, and he's just slamming on the table, screaming, as Larry and Pat are also, doing the radio and stuff. And my mom and dad have to turn around and be like, Emery, calm down. But, and it's really special, too, because Emery, he lives in Kentucky now, so I don't get to see him very much. But, that's a core memory I'll get to have with him for the rest of my life. So pretty cool, pretty cool.
Attention, we have an announcement to make. There is a photo booth behind the alumni tent that all alumni players are asked to sign. Please, they're for 2 very special guests, and you will wish you signed it. Now, we've had a little trouble getting some alumni up here. If we don't get one who's going to talk, I'm going to have to call out Brian Lane, who is probably talking somewhere out there right now. Brian Lane, are you out there talking?
Brian Lane, are you out there today in the crowd? Brian Lane. Marty Hustab would like you to come up and answer a few questions, please. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on up, Mr. Lane. Well, that's why we're going to have you introduce yourself. Brian, if you could introduce yourself, just the years that you played for the Florida High School football team, and maybe was your record maybe as good as this team here, or maybe it wasn't. What do you?
No, so I played from 91 to 93 varsity. Our 91 team went to the playoffs, 7-2. Actually hosted that game. We lost here, and then my senior year we went 7-2 as well and lost in the playoffs to Breeze Mater Dei. But no, this team's exceptional, and that's what this weekend and this day is all about. I mean, they won a playoff game, which is unprecedented, and I think they are one victory away from. And I don't think any Florida team has won 10 games. So very exciting. I'm glad to be here, and no, it's a beautiful day. We've been blessed with an amazing day, and especially for the second week in November in Illinois, when you're usually just absolutely freezing your behind off. So no. Yeah. So,
what does it mean to you, Brian, to get to come back to your hometown, to come back to your alma mater, and be a part of this experience? What does that mean to you as a former player?
Oh, it's great, and Florida's always came out and supported their athletics, and the community is a great view of it, just right here of what's going on. But no, it's great to come back. I get to see people I haven't seen in a while. And it's exciting. I mean, it's just, hey, second week of November football, high school, you can't go wrong with that. And, let's just hope for a great game and a victory. But if not, I mean, this team has done an incredible job. And, they're going to go out and play hard. They're coached well. They're a very talented team. And, let's hope for the best and keep enjoying the moment. I mean, we got to live this up. This is kind of unprecedented time frame for Florida football, and everybody should be really soaking it in, not just the sun, but just the atmosphere and everything that's going on.
I know you and Coach Tackett have been friends for a long time, since back in the day. Honestly, he's leading these guys in battle. Anything you'd like to tell Coach Tackett from back in the glory days in the early '90s to really get these boys fired up? And how big has he been, and how proud of Mario for leading this group here?
Well, first of all, yeah, I've known Brian for a very long time, and he's done a phenomenal job. I mean, there's nothing I'm going to say that this coaching staff and the group of people who support this team are not going to say. I mean, we're incredibly proud of him. You know, there's no real words of advice I can say other than you've seen the playoff. The game has been in front of you already, and you won the first round. Now you just come out and play football the way you know you can. And, you know, this is great to have all this going on, but there should be no extra pressure. You guys are playing with house money at this point in time. Go out, enjoy it, every play. These are all memories that you will never forget. I can say that from being a player. You will never forget these times, so enjoy the moment. Play the game as you know how to, but don't let the pressure or any of this other stuff, you know, take you away from what the goal is go out and play a great football game. And whatever happens at the end happens at the end. The community and everybody here is going to be proud, win, lose, or draw. We obviously are hoping for a win, but, you know, hey, go out, give your best effort. Your community will support you, and it's been just, like I said, a phenomenal run for these guys, and let's hope this continues.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian, so much for coming up, buddy. Would you like to call out the next alumni to come up here on stage?
No, I'll just let that be a consensus of the group. So,
I think we'll go ahead and call up somebody that's what do you say, no stranger to the mic. Let's call up old Slammin' Sammy. Slammin' Sammy, are you out there? Sam Irwin, are you out there in the crowd today? I would like you to notice as he walks up here, he has been maybe affected by the face paint booth, and he may or may not have got a glitter beard, guys. So let's hear it for the cheerleaders and the pep club. Hey, Sam, how you doing today, buddy? I like the glitter beard. You actually got extra beard with the glitter, I think.
I did, yeah, and shout out to the cheerleaders, and Scott Harris motivated me to do this, you know, board member involved or whatever, but yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah,
so.
Are those wolf whiskers? Is that what's going on there, or what are we thinking?
Yeah, miniature wolf, things like that, you know, just striking fear into everyone that's around, yeah, so as you could tell.
Sam, can you just let them know what years it was that you played for the Florida Wolves, what position that you played? I think the nickname kind of gives that away, but just kind of tell them who you are. Just
sure.
For those
well, I'm old, and most people forget, obviously, but I was here from 91 to 94, played quarterback, and was lucky enough to be with the 93 team that went to the playoffs, played at Breeze, and but yeah, proud of these kids for finally getting the first playoff game. It was an awesome experience last week. It's nice to finally get the monkey off the back and go forward. So,
what does it mean to you to be here to support these boys? You know, I don't think you don't live here in town anymore, right?
I just moved back.
Just moved back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's it mean to be back into the community of Florida that's so close knit? What's it mean to be back and be a part of this experience?
Oh, it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see all these people showing up, supporting these kids. And, you know, the kids just put in so much effort, and the coaches and all that stuff. And you don't see the behind-the-scenes work. Nobody's around whenever you're in the summertime and it's 100 degrees and you're running and, you know, pain and throwing up and things like that. And then the parents that got to deal with it and the moms that have to wash the uniforms and stuff like that. There's so much that goes on. So it's just awesome to see because, you know, this community needed this, and it's needed it for a long time. And when you're from here and when you're around here and you see the energy that it puts into the town, and that's one thing that we've talked about is, you know, in a small town, sports mean a lot. And when you have a really good team or something like that, it just lifts the whole town. And everybody walks around with a little more pride. There's a lot more energy. And, man, it's been, the last couple of weeks has been something. So, yeah, very cool.
Sam, everybody saw the big interview with Gage Dugan. How impressed were you with that kid?
Well, and we talked about this. Yeah, one, it was just absolutely incredible. And you talk about an easy job. He just pretty much took that over, and he's like a professional. And I almost got sick of it because I'm like, is he just good at everything, apparently, you know? But like I told people off air, I said, he's not really 16. I said, the stuff he's been through has matured him way beyond his years. So it was like talking to a 30-year-old. But that kid's incredible, and what a spokesman for the program as well. And, I mean, he just made everybody look great. It was all team first. Just an incredible kid. And he's amazing. And the outpouring of support from, like, all the local businesses, we turned that into a fundraiser. And it'll go, half will go to the food pantry, half will go to Cancer Crusaders, and it's been almost $5,000 at this point, so
that's
half and half.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's a drive going on today during the game, is that correct? So
yes.
Could you explain that a little bit, kind of what's going on with that?
Sure, this just has turned into a monster, and I contacted Pena, and that athletic director shared a post that I had typed up for them, and they're going to be bringing canned food. That post got shared like almost 200 times, so we're hoping that they bring a lot of canned goods as well. So we're hoping to fill the food pantry because, as we know, times are kind of rough right now for a lot of people, and what all is going on that's out of our hands. So a lot of people giving, and once again, local businesses get just smothered all the time with, hey, can you give, can you give, can you give, and they still continue to give, and it's just incredible to be a part of.
Same, obviously, like all of us former players, we'd give about anything to play the game again, just one more time.
Yeah.
What do you miss the most about Flora High School football?
The boys, the locker room, you know, all the stuff that people don't see that goes on behind the scenes. And I mean, we had a ball at practice, and then after practice we were idiots and all that stuff, you know, and just having a ball. But you miss that camaraderie, and then when you play football for 4 years and you have those friends for life, and it's a brotherhood. It's not friendship anymore, it's a brotherhood. And Brian Lane drives over from Edwardsville. You know, Rich and I are here, and we stay in touch with a lot of guys and all that stuff. So that's what you miss the most, is that. And yeah, of course, under the Friday night lights and all that stuff, and the place is rocking and all that. I mean, like I said out on Saturday when that crowd was going nuts and you get that win, I said, this is the most excited I've seen a Florida crowd in a long time. And you just lose your mind. I mean, I thought Rich Gruball was going to lose his job. He was so wound up. So it was just, you know, like, careful, Rich, careful what you say here, careful. But yeah, very cool experience. Yeah, very cool experience.
So before we let you go, thanks for coming up first and foremost. But is there any word of advice to this football team before they go out there and play this, you know, this tough Pana Panthers team? What's a word of advice that you would give them to kind of just help them, you know, understand the importance, and also just go out there and play your game, right?
Oh, I was talking to Coach Tackett about this earlier. You've got the hard part out of the way. You know, 110 years of never winning a playoff game, you accomplished what we didn't think was possible. That's out of the way. Now it's just house money. You got nothing to lose, just play. You know, you're at home, you're going to have a huge crowd, all that. Just play free and easy, you know, and just let it fly. And you've done so much for this community, and it's building a program, and it's incredible. You got all this support, and you have absolutely nothing to lose. Just if you go out and play your game, there's no way that Panda can hang with you. There's no way. There's too much talent. Massey up the middle. You got the receivers on the outside. You got an incredible quarterback. It's just, and that defense can lock you in. I mean, floor by 60
Yeah,
today.
that line's basically a brick wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 by 60. I'm down with that. I think, you know, they're going to put the pain in Pana today. You know what I'm saying?
Let's hope so. Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our program for today. But if I could get you guys to remember that up here on this table there is tickets and a bucket. On the ticket, you put your name. In the bucket, you put the ticket. So if you put your name on the ticket, we're going to do that here in about 10 minutes or so. So you've got about 10 minutes to come up here and get your name in the bucket. Devin Daniels, I would like to see your name in the bucket if you could. If not, I might just call you out. Like I can make names up as we pull them out of the bucket. It's okay. But if you guys come up, get in the bucket here in about 10 minutes, we'll get that started. Thank you guys for coming out here and joining us today. I think you know what all of our picks are, but would you guys like to give them anyway, Marty?
One thing real quick, Landon Brooks is out here every day. He does not want any credit, but he's doing a great job, and it's video and everything for us. Now, the boys told me Coach Kiger said we do not need individual player predictions. Coach Kiger says it's bad luck, so we're going to skip that part. I got the Florida Wolves 38-30 today.
Wiki, what you got going on, buddy?
As former FHS President Bo Probst once said, God bless FHS.
Thank you guys for coming out. Remember to do the bucket.